And we are live. So welcome everyone. Today is Friday, which means it is our weekly Q&A day. I am Bridget Bartlett. I am going to show you how you can join our program here if you are not a member. If you are a member, you want to get logged into the Zoom meeting, you have the ability to join us. So let me go ahead and share my screen here while everyone gets logged in. So if you are a member of our program, what you want to do is go to myvisionagency.com. You're going to click the login button here. If you're not a member of our program, you can check out all of the resources here, and then you can see there are several different options. You can join. You can join directly through our program. It does include a HighLevel account among all the other resources that we have available, like the white label ads for the AI Ads Manager. If you would like to sign up directly and resell HighLevel, what you can do is click here, use my affiliate link, and then you'll get a free starter plan here, and you'll be able to import all of the resources inside of your own account, okay, your own HighLevel account. So that does not include access to our white label agency because you have your own, right? So I'm going to go up here. We're going to go ahead and click the login button. Now, if you are a member of our program, meaning you chose the starter, pro, or plus plan, not a HighLevel affiliate, you can click here. That gives you access to the dashboard, and you will see if we go into the dashboard here, you'll go down to the community tab and you'll be able to log in. I don't want to click there because I don't know where it's going to go, and it may go into my live account. If you are a HighLevel affiliate, meaning you signed up for our program and you have a free plan because you are a HighLevel affiliate, you want to click here. That takes you right into the membership area. So I have access to several places. You'll go to the Visionary Resellers. You want to go to the Learning tab, and you want to go to Zoom Support, and you will see the weekly Q&A for Friday here. All right. Now, if you have upgraded your plan, like the membership from the old tools to the new tools, and when you go to the Learning tab, you click here and it says you don't have access. You need to, since you've upgraded, you have different permissions, so that you need to log out, log back in, then try it. If that doesn't work, you need to clear your cookies and caches, okay? So today, before I get started, does anybody have any questions or anything for me before I go into showing you how you can customize your white label AI Ads Manager? No? All
I don't
right.
have any questions, but I'm glad to be back.
Yay, welcome back, Frankie.
I gotta tell you, I was able to make the trip to North Carolina for my little granddaughter's graduation from Wake Forest, and we are so happy and so proud of her.
Yay. I am actually going to the graduation tonight of my niece. She's graduating high school with honors. So that's super cool. So exciting to see young people branching out into the world. All right, so I want to show you here how I can, or how you can customize your white label AI Ads Manager. So inside of your account, if you are the white label manager, meaning all of the members of our program, you get your own, it's powered by Play, so you get your own like white label play, okay? You have the ability to rebrand this to match your brand, okay? And you'll see we even have the AI chat support here, and you can also, your clients and yourself, you'll be able to click here and you can access the knowledge base and the support. It is white label support. This goes directly through Play. It doesn't go through me and then Play or whatever. This goes right to Play, and they support your clients. So as a white label reseller, you have the ability to resell these tools as your own brand, and also you and your clients have access to Play support as well. Okay, so inside of the clients tab, you'll see that this is the domain that I set this up on. Okay, everybody will have their own domain that they're using. You will have inside of your account, you'll have a client invite link. Now you can click here to copy the link. When you are inviting clients, whether you're adding this to your custom domain or you are just throwing this in an email campaign, you can even protect it behind a form or a membership area. However you want to use this, you need to make sure that if they are registering for a new account, you're giving them this whole link. And that's because this little code back here is what tells the system they are registering the account inside of your agency. Okay. Now, of course, when they go to log back in at any other time, they can just go right here and then they're going to be logging in, right? But when they need to register, you need to share the client invite link. Okay, now some of you, if you signed up when we first started reselling the white label version, some of you had an agency link and a client link. The agency link, you need to register your agency. That's for you. That's why it's called agency. Okay. When you are inviting clients, you need the client invite link. That's why it's called client invite. Okay. So we have the agency admin here that is listed, and you can see that we already have one client inside of this account. Okay. Now, when you want to edit the, or you want to brand it, what you can do is go inside of the business details. And of course, here's where you want to give it a name. So you'll see I just called this one AI Ads Manager. And then we have a logo, we have the login image, and then you have the ability to add the white label help center to your client. So that is this option here that I just showed you in the help tab. These are all white label videos that you all have access to. I mean, everyone can technically access this link. But when your clients need to contact support, like I said, you or your clients, they'll access that there. Now, if you don't want that, if you want to provide your own support, you can just uncheck that box there and then paste in the link for your own support. And then you can, and then you won't have that. Now, something else that you may want to do is create a page where they can click the button to contact support, kind of like a bridge page where they click the button to go to the knowledge base of contact support, but maybe you're offering upgrades or something like that, or maybe booking private consultations or whatever you want to do. So you can really be strategic with this link here. All right. But of course, if you're like, I don't want to deal with any of that stuff, I already have my other things going on, just go ahead and click there and then you don't have to worry about it. It adds that little help button up there. And then, they'll be having the knowledge base, which gets updated by play, also the support. Okay. Now you can also add your privacy link here, and you have the ability to add the AI chat bot. So this chat bot right here, you have the ability to add it for your clients and yourself or not. It's totally up to you. You can choose to toggle that on or not. Okay. So here is where I wanted to show you the customizations. Okay. Because obviously we want our page to be branded to us. So I'm just going to delete this. You can see this is what it looks like. And so now if I was to open up an incognito window and I want to paste my client invite link, and again, I'm using the whole link, not just the prefix there. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so it has just the generic logo there, and then it has this image there. But I want my own logo and I want my own image. Okay, now when the client gets this, they're going to see that obviously, and they're going to fill in their business name, website, email, password, and this is them creating the account. Now, obviously, when they go to sign back in, they're going to choose sign in, and this is also the screen they're going to see when they go directly to your link. Okay, so if they just go and, for example, ads.visionaryresellers.com. Now, you guys don't go here and create an account. This is just a demo account. Okay, so this is what the sign-in page is going to look like. And because I called mine AI ads, it's showing up here. Okay, but we definitely want to rebrand this. Okay, so what I like to do is, of course, use Canva. And you'll see with Canva, I just created this, just this logo here. You guys, super easy. If you just search for like AI or something, you'll get some really in the logo section. Okay, so let me back out of here just so that you guys know where you can create this. Super easy. Go to create design. And then you're going to search logo. And when you search logo, you're going to see the 500 by 500 pixels is like the size. But it's cool to pick that because then when you go to the designs, it's going to show you logo templates. So you can see this is the logo template that I use. And then, of course, you can just swap out the colors here. But there are lots of options that you can create and makes it really, really simple. Okay. Now, the next thing, that's 500 by 500. Okay. Now, the next thing is going to be the logo image here. Okay, so what do we want them to see? Now, if you put a lot of text on here, it's going to look, oops, let me start sharing. If you put a lot of text, it's going to look a little wonky according to like whatever device is being used. So just be conscious of that. However, you can't, like, you'll see, like, I created this background here, and I actually put like another image overlay on top of it, and then added some text and the image from the website and all of that. Okay, so let's actually like take this that I created, get back into here wherever I'm at. Oops, what, wrong window. Here we go. So I'm going to go back into business details, and I'm going to upload this logo. Now let me move this over here so I can actually find this file. Okay, where are my template assets? Okay, here we go. Okay, so for the logo, I'm going to drag that in there. And then for my login image, let's go ahead and just drag that in there. And let's go ahead and update. Oops, got to get rid of this open folder. Let's update. And then now let's check out our link, an incognito window, as always. Okay, so this is doing this because this is a test account and I have removed the records and added them several times. So you can see now what this looks like. Okay, so we have our logo up here, and then of course we have this image, and it just looks like a completely different brand. Okay, when you click that sign in, now it's still your image over here, and then your logo, and then whatever you decide to call your business there. Okay. So that is how easy it is to rebrand your white label AI ads manager. Did you guys have any questions at all that I can help you with? And also, I'm going to give you these templates that I created on Canva. So if you need a starting point, you can certainly utilize those. Anthony, see your hand is up.
Hey, when I go into my Play account, it does not have any of those options.
I sent you an email several weeks ago saying that I don't think your records are connected correctly because your domain.
No, we got all that worked out.
Uh-huh.
Let me
Okay,
show on the screen, I'll show you.
it's still showing in the system that it's not.
Oh, okay. So how do I fix that?
You can submit a support ticket on the website there.
All right, okay.
Let
Because
me
like
actually.
even the bubble to
Uh-huh.
submit a ticket wasn't showing up. I opened in incognito and I see it in incognito when I opened in there. It did pop up. So I'll reach out to them and see like what's going on with it. Because I'm really not sure what's happening with it.
Okay. You also can, if you want to, you can let me show you here. Do this option, just because since you just got signed up and I already kind of know what's going on. I'm going to share this link with you. Fill out this form and then choose this option. This is going to go right to me, even though it is technically about your white label AI ads. Choose this option just because it's actually related to your membership because of the setup process instead of like a functional thing that you need help with, right? So choose this option, send me a video, show me what you're looking at, and then I can help you walk through resolving it.
Okay. Thank you, Bridget.
You're welcome. I'm going to share that in the chat there. Ray, I see your hand is up. You are muted.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I see behind you that your curtains are moving. Is the weather in Indiana that way where it's nice outside?
I have air conditioning.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe that might be what. What's the weather like up there?
It's a pretty nice day. Honestly, I haven't even been outside in a while, just letting the dogs out, but it's a pretty nice day.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm and humid. Of course, not as humid as Texas, though. Jeez.
It's terrible down here. Feels like 107 today.
Oh yeah, that's too much for me. You know, when I was at the summit in Dallas last October, I was like, I don't even know. I had a power pack and a little portable fan, and I was just like walking around with it, just like holding it like this. And then in all the meetings and everything, I just set the fan there because oh my gosh, even in the hotel, it was just super, super hot. So did you guys have any questions or anything that I can help you with? I did put those templates there in the chat if you want to utilize those, or of course, create your own. Manolo says it's 62 in Los Angeles. Ugh. I hear California weather's beautiful, but I've never been there. All the craziness, kind of hard to travel anywhere these days. Anything else I can, oh, Charles, you got a question?
Hey, yeah. Earlier in the week we were talking about what were we talking about? I'm drawing a blank. The webinar. There you go. And
Yeah.
so I saw another video after. I think the video after that was when you were talking about the broadcast page, but that's specifically if you're broadcasting to YouTube, right? That you use that.
Well, when that training was done, we didn't have like video hosting inside of HighLevel. So the issue that people were having was trying to figure out a way to host a video on a page in HighLevel. So you can do that even with it unlisted. If you put it on the page, I think that kind of changes a lot, and it's been a couple years since that training. But now all you'd have to do is just you can either embed. So since you're doing a live, like it's going to be a live Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it would be a Zoom meeting. So I was thinking through that, and I was like, well, I'm not necessarily putting it on YouTube, and so I was thinking if I needed that or.
So you could send them directly to the Zoom meeting. You wouldn't have to have it on a page.
Right.
But some people don't want to do that. They want to host their webinar on a page, which there's lots of reasons why. You can put like pop-up timers and like all kinds of other things there and tracking and whatever. But yeah, if you're cool just sending them to a Zoom room, you don't need it.
Okay, I got you. So just send them to the Zoom room. And then what I need to look at the I guess I wouldn't need to look at Restream because we're not restreaming. So everything's happening in the Zoom. Maybe I might do some OBS, I guess, as far as that's concerned. But other than that, I wouldn't need anything else to like plug in. Because I was thinking about like intros and stuff like that and outros, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. And I really worked at one point to connect like the Zoom meeting with all the members and I know it's possible to do this in OBS, but you have to like utilize the virtual. It's a little bit of a setup, much easier than it used to be. But honestly, I couldn't. It's so like there are a few steps to it, and I honestly could not even tell you what they are, but I know that it's possible.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the issue is when you're setting up those scenes and things, and then you want to invite the people. If you're using Restream, you can actually invite like I think up to 10 people into the meeting on Restream. But obviously, if you're hosting a successful webinar, you need more than that.
Right. Okay.
Anthony, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm going through your training videos and I'm at the start and build your business. I'm on video 4 and I wanted to hit the IVR question. I'm following along really good, but I'm at the point to where I actually want to start building it for myself, like copying what you're doing. And I don't know where to find, like, is there a video that you already have, like a simple one, obviously, where it walks you through how to build a simple workflow, or should I just stick through the video, finish all of those, finish all that set, and then jump into building it?
So you should definitely watch the videos and then build while you're watching.
Yeah, we're good.
So so like do part one and then do, or whatever, step one and then do it. And by the time you get done with all these things, you're going to have a completely set up system.
No, right. I mean, but like the IVR section, I could follow along really good, but I wouldn't know like where to find like the little phone widget, that's on the right-hand side when you start adding the tags and you start adding, your custom values. Like,
Did you import the snapshot? Because
no, I did not import it yet. I just watched the video and I'm spending the next 2 weeks and just binge watching, but I want to start building it, but I don't even know where to start. Like, where do you even begin getting that first little tag?
well, that whole training has a snapshot. So
Right.
definitely want to import the snapshot, and then that will, because there's a pre-built IVR in that snapshot, but there's also a pre-built snapshot just inside of everyone's accounts. Like if you go to the workflow and you go to create, let me show you, go to create automation. We'll do select recipe. There is a recipe in here for an IVR. So if you click here, it's actually like pre-built for you. So it literally like walks you through the steps, right?
Okay.
But if you're looking for like the step, right? You just, anything that you want to add to a workflow, you just click the little plus sign at whatever step. Like if I wanted to add something here, I click there. If I want to add something at this step, I just click the plus sign. And then over here, you have all of your options. So what do you want to add there? Do we want to create a contact, find one, update one, add a tag, assign a user? But if we go all the way down here, you'll see that we have the IVR tools.
Okay,
or
they're
IVR options.
all right. They're color coded also. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's like what I was meaning. You know how like the IVR phone calls the little symbols blue? I noticed that they're all color coded the same as well. So it's easy to like you could backwards engineer it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But don't get overwhelmed with all of those things. But it's a really good training. Like, I don't even like that training was really about Gloria Foods. Next week, which I'm so glad that you brought that up. Next week, we're going to do the same type of training, except it's going to be for the AI Ads Manager. So I'm going to walk you through all of those things. I do also, speaking of that, I do want to tell you that June 1st, if you guys go to the events calendar, it's been there for several months, but if you go to the events calendar, you'll see from June 1st until the following like Monday, I think June 10th is the day that I'm going to actually be on vacation. I need a vacation, you guys. I'm not actually going anywhere. I mean, we have a few things like day trips planned and all that, but I will not be live streaming or doing open office hours. However, you will definitely still have support and you'll, all of those things that you need. And of course, onboarding, like new members, if they sign up, our onboarding is completely automated. It only takes like about 10 minutes. It takes most people 10 minutes to onboard these days. The automated onboarding is so, so crazy. Charles, you had a question?
And we're talking about the IVR. Can you, and I was sitting there thinking as you were talking, so I haven't looked through it, and I know that, or what's my question? My question is basically, can it be turned on and off for certain times? Or no?
We do have the option. If I look at this workflow here,
'Cause I know you can do wait steps on certain times, but then that doesn't make sense if you
Yeah,
actually
like
take the call.
this whole workflow here
Mhm.
is the IVR workflow,
Mhm.
but you can choose this option here and then only allow it to run at certain times.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we can do it for certain. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Oh.
Hey Charles, I'm coming after you with them questions, kid.
Well, I got 1,000,001, but you look like you got 1,000,002. I ain't mad at you.
It's all right though, because I can always tell the people who are taking action and the people who are working through things because of the questions. So I can tell when you're asking me questions about IVR, I'm like, yay, because I can see that you're working through the process. And I get it's like
Well,
it
yeah,
can be so confusing. But don't get overwhelmed. And you don't technically need one, but you will, if you complete all those steps, you will set yourself up for like as automated as a business could be.
I'm trying, but it is fun when the aha moments happen.
Yeah.
And I had one yesterday, and that pushed me to jump into and it seems to be going in sequence. God is so good. Everything seems to be happening in order, and the knowledge that I'm being given is being given to me when I need to have it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mute Ricky. I think that's him. Amen. Because it's so true. It's so true. And again, this is what I say all the time about the taking action anyway. Like, of course, I see God all over my life and every single step that I take. It's like, oh, okay. All right. I got it. I get why, all right. I see where this is going, like these kind of like aha moments. But also like if you don't take the action, you have zero idea what is actually possible. Like if you never bought your first domain, you had no idea that you loved building websites, right? And if you hate building websites, you would have no idea that you hated it until you bought one and tried to build one, right? So it's like all of these things are such a journey of self-discovery because it's really none of us like are starting businesses so that we can do something that we hate 40 hours a week. If we wanted to do that, we'd all have jobs. We are business owners and we're trying to figure out a way. Even the accountant or the doctor, every single one of us is trying to figure out a way to monetize what we love to do, what we would enjoy doing all day long. So, in discovering that, you cannot possibly know what that is unless you start taking the action steps and then start weeding through all of those things. Do I like this? No. Do I like this? Yes. Okay, now I'm going to go down this path. And then you start discovering things. Okay, now here's a problem. Do I like this part? Yes. Great. I'm going to continue down this path. Do I like this path? No, I'm going this. So it's like all of it is so, so important. But if you're just, watching videos for years, you're gonna be still in the same spot that you were in. And I swear, I see your hand up, Charles, but I tell this every time this subject comes up, I always think about this. I had someone that I knew that had started a foundation and he was years planning and details and like all of these things and just like all the paperwork and like having meetings and all of these things, right? But it was all before he had actually taken any action, right? Like there was never an event, there was never like anything that had happened. Then they planned this huge event and then no one came. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, that probably didn't work out because I didn't do this, 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 this. But if they had just had like a small event at one point in time before they spent years down the road doing all of these things, then they would have quickly learned that, been able to pivot and then keep progressing. So you can be in the same spot you're in 3 years later, or you can just start. Sometimes a lot of us, we're so crazy that we will just literally jump in and be like, okay, what is this now? What are we doing? Because we're just like, we're brave, right? A little crazy and a little brave because this is cool. And I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to see what happens. What's going to happen when I do this? That's exciting. So anyway, I just had to say that. So don't be a lifetime learner. Jump in and you're doing exactly the right thing. Charles?
It's funny you say that, and I always have this thought when people say that, and it might not be. Mike Tyson says it best. He's like, everybody has a plan till they get hit in the face, and it's like that's when reality happens, and then you understand. Oh, I better bob instead of weave, or it's that type of thing, and that's really when you learn. It's theoretical versus the practical application. And I think that, you know, practical always beats theoretical any day of the week, you know. So
Yeah.
it's you just have to get in, make a decision, and kind of move forward. And I know a lot of times when even when I'm struggling or if I have a slump, I just kind of sit back for a second and then I just make a decision.
Mhm.
And who knows, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
you figure it out along the way, but half the battle, or maybe even more than half of the battle, is just making a decision, and then you
Yeah.
can make the real adjustments after that. It's
Yeah.
normally to me, slumps are lack of activity. I try to figure out what active steps do I need to take and just start taking them. Because once you
Yeah.
do that, you'll beat up enough or shake enough trees that, you know, something will fall.
Mhm.
So that's kind of how that goes. What was my question? You had me thinking about that. I lost my question for a second. I got to think for a minute. So okay. So is there a way other than manually going through and looking at the workflows to see what activities fail? Is there a way to, like, when, you know, when executions fail, is there
Mhm.
a way to, I guess, set something up like a workflow to see if activities failed or if execution steps failed?
Mm, let me think.
Does that make sense?
Mhm. And it would actually be a really good suggestion if it's not possible, because
Because
you
I go
do.
back and look, you know,
Yeah.
like at first when I was building the
Yeah.
workflows, I was just like, oh, cool, I see people in them. Like
Mhm.
you tested, I tested, but anytime I test and then, you know, clients come through, sometimes the results are different. So then I have to
Yeah.
go back and look at the workflows and, okay, this activity failed, or why is this failing, or, you know,
Mhm.
um,
Um, so I'm trying to think. I don't think that it's possible, but
mhm,
you could. What I would do in that setup is if I'm concerned about something failing, for
mhm,
example, like if we're using if else conditional logic, right? And they fail in that step. Why is it failing? Is it failing because I'm not using the correct conditions
mhm,
to sort it? Or is it failing because they don't have a valid email? And if
mhm,
it's not a valid email, then I need to put some step in place before then
mhm.
to say, do they have a valid email?
Right.
Yes or no? And then
Mhm,
go through this.
mhm,
So um, what I do, and when I'm like, if I just first build out a workflow and it's really important for me to know if someone has
mhm,
failed, I will use that if else conditional logic. And then in the branch where it would be marked as fail, I'll create a task for myself. And then that way it will pop up on the task screen and then I can look at it and then I can sort of help troubleshoot the
okay.
automations. Even if I just need to, like, even if I look at it and I'm like, I have no idea why this fails, I can at least fix it for that person.
Mhm,
And then I can test, I just leave that automation in place. And then I,
mhm,
just keep doing it until I notice a pattern. And then I'm
mhm.
like, oh, that's what it is. But it may
Okay.
take you like a few people of going
Right.
through it for you to be able to realize what the issue is.
Right. I kind of throw people in that none branch, and then I'll have like you said, the notification will come out, and I typically have like a wait step too, like an arbitrary one, like 10 days or 20 days or whatever. Just so I can figure out what's going on and then
Yeah.
move them accordingly. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
that's one of those things that it's like we're saying, you have to be building the automations to
Yeah.
even think about those things, or even, and you have to be taking action before
Mhm.
you're getting the leads coming into your it's like, imagine if you spent 2 years building a system and you just started getting leads. Like, let's say you're like learning for 2 years and then you're like, okay, today's the day I'm going to try to get my first lead, and then the lead
Yeah.
comes in, you like have no idea what to do. If they say, hey, I never got my ebook, and you're
Mhm.
like, oh, I have no idea. So you literally know as much as someone who just created a HighLevel account and got their account set up for them, and you know nothing.
Right.
Like, you have to learn, you have to take the action to learn what to do in the next steps.
Hmm.
I love harping on that action,
Yeah.
because I adore my action takers. And I also feel like if you're someone who's never taking action, I feel like it's almost enabling. If
Mm-hmm.
I say, come on,
Right.
what are we doing here? What's the goal? Right. So anyway, I want to see everybody succeed. That's
Definitely.
really. Edna, I see your hand is up. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hi, everybody. Good to see everyone. I have some exciting news.
Yes.
I passed my certified partners exam.
Yay! I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Bridget. It was a process, as I mentioned before, but we got it done. I got it done. So I'm just proud that it's done. And
Yay, that's
yeah,
awesome.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Thank you.
so high
Mhm.
level, they add when you get certified, they add you to the directory, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Yes. So
So
yeah, they'll be sending jobs our way. Yeah, and they have a lot of support training showing us how to really maximize it. So it's been good. It's been a really enjoyable experience. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to just move forward now.
that's
Yes,
all.
Bridget, take action. Yes.
Exactly. And
Can
Take
I ask you a
action.
question about that?
yeah.
Oh, so what do you feel the biggest thing is that or the biggest misconception that you kind of like unearthed like before versus now that you've gone through it, just with the system and overall?
Good question. Um, hmm.
Charles is good with
Well,
those questions.
yeah,
Thank you.
well, I feel like just about anybody can learn this. They put the time in. Because I am not a techie at all. I like learning new things, but I'm not a techie. That's McCall's department. But he pushed me in there and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I'm surprised that I'm able to really grasp everything that's going on in high level now. And it feels good. It feels really good. So it can be done. And my life is so busy. So even if you're busy, you can get it done, no matter what your circumstances are. You just, you pace yourself and you set a goal and you keep working till you get there. But yeah, I think
So so Edna,
mm,
you're trying to say that consistency is that's amazing.
Your little engine that could.
absolutely. There you go. That's what I've been. When did I start this, Bridget? In November.
That's okay though.
So
That's not
yeah,
long.
no, but it's a process. Yeah. And for me, I had to study like maybe an hour a day, just a little at a time because of my other responsibilities. So but
Mhm.
that's how it had to be. And I was okay with that. And I'm just proud that I've done it, so
Yeah.
it feels
Well,
good.
that's the biggest challenge too. It's like I hear sometimes people like, "Oh, if I only had a week to dive into this." And it's like you're never going to have a week. So what are you going to do now? Like let's not make excuses for ourselves because Edna, you could have made an excuse in November and be like, "I'm not techie," or "I don't have enough time." But instead, you said, and good for McCall for kind of pushing you because he knows you better than you know yourself.
Yes.
And you said, I don't care that I'm not techie and I'll find the time. And you
That's
found the
right.
time. And now look, and I will say this, there is huge value in that. Look, because I just was hiring a virtual assistant. And one of the things that, and somebody, when I posted that, somebody asked me, Bridget, I want to hire a virtual assistant too, but how do you like know who's really good with high level? And I was like, ding, 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 the certified partner program.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
when you are someone who's hiring, you're like, you do have that question. Because if you need things built in high level, if you don't have someone who knows the system, then you're doing a lot of teaching. And if you're someone who doesn't know the system very well either, you want to hire someone who does so that you don't have to do the teaching or that you can just rely on their knowledge to say, here's what I need done. How can we do this? And then now I'm just handing it over to you because you have more knowledge than I do, or you just already have the knowledge and then you can troubleshoot. And I'm not like literally holding your hand like, okay, well, to connect a domain, here's what I don't have time for that. Business owners don't have time for that. So we're always happy to pay more money if it's going to save us time. And that's just the truth of the matter. So I could hire a beginner and I could spend 10 hours a week training them, or I could hire someone who's like a certified partner or who just knows the system very well. And then I could just they just jump in there. And it's not even just the technicality part, it's the overall view, like you're saying, Edna, because it's like you can know one part. You can know how to create a text message, right? And send it. But do you know how to build out a whole campaign? Like, do you know what the options are that we have available? Do you know if I can send a text message and then wait a day and then send an email and then see if anybody opened the email and then send, can we do that? Because if you don't know the system as a whole, you have no idea. So this is also why I say, if you're thinking you're going to get clients on HighLevel without knowing the system, you're going to waste a lot of time, because the point of a consultation with a local business owner is to say, what are your problems? And then they tell you, and then now you need to know if you have solutions for those problems. If you don't understand HighLevel, how are you ever going to have the answer to that? So like if I said, hey, Edna, I'm a coach and I really need a way of creating an automated system so that my clients can book calls with me and pay for it, and then they'll get reminder emails. Is that possible, Edna? Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Exactly. But if I asked someone who didn't know the system, they'd be like, oh, let me, maybe, I don't really know if it's possible. And so it's a whole different ball game. So build your own system and then you can help others. So I am so excited. And McCall's already doing all that stuff. You just had to get up to the techie speed with him.
Yes, yes.
She's taking it to another level though, I tell you.
Yeah.
So it's awesome, yeah.
Oh yeah, she just needed the foundation. Now she's got her own skills and all that she's going to branch out with. So that's awesome.
Thank
So
you,
good
Bridget.
for
Thank you for all your support and encouragement.
Of course. I'm so excited. Are you guys going to be at the summit this year, by the way?
It doesn't look like it this year, but that is definitely on our to-do lists. We are going to make that happen. So look out for us. Don't save us a seat this time, but we're coming.
Yeah, I'm super looking. I love, not only is the summit really cool and you get to be the first to find out all the new features, it's just really exciting because we're all HighLevel geeks, and then when the new features come out, you're like, oh, that's so awesome. But you're usually in your own room or your office and you're watching it on the screen and you're like, yay. And no one is there oh yeah, why do I care about IVR? And, but when you go to the summit and they're revealing it and, Sean is, and then we're going to have this, and then we're going to have this. And it's yay. And everybody is yeah. I think you break for lunch and you go down there and you're, oh my gosh, here's how I'm going to use this. And here's how I'm going to do that. And it's so fun to be in a place where there's so many like-minded people, so many people that are just as excited about the new IVR or the new community gaming feature or whatever it is that gets announced. It's so awesome. And it's just so cool to see how many people we all have HighLevel, right? We're there because we have HighLevel. It's the HighLevel Summit. But how's everybody using it? That's the cool thing. How are it's the same tools, right? But there's so many different ways that people are using HighLevel in their business that it's as you're talking to them, your brain starts literally exploding with all of the ideas and all of the things, because you're thinking oh, I might not do that, but I could definitely do that in my own business. Or, oh my gosh, yes, this person said that they're doing that. That would be a great addition to our system. So all of those things, it's literally, the price of the ticket is nothing compared. And everyone who leaves there and they all talk about like, oh my gosh, I could not wait to get home and start working because it's literal brain explosion. So I hope to see you guys there. And I'm not earning affiliate commissions from promoting the Level Up Summit. But I'm not usually like an event type person, I'm very like stay in my office and never go out and meet real people. But it is definitely worth going. It's a really awesome experience. Anthony?
Hi, thanks for taking me again. I wanted to ask about the certification, the learning structure. Like I've heard a lot about it, but how's the process on how to even get like certified? Are they videos? Is it a classroom? Is it in sections? Is it in quarters? Like how do they do that?
Edna, do you want to tell them since you just went through it?
Sure. They divide it up into different categories. First you have the setup, the initial setup, and then all the different things you can do in high level. It's all video training. They do it online. They walk you through everything. And what I love is the majority of the videos are between 8 and 12. Some are even less, maybe 5 minutes. No more than 12, 15 minutes. So they're very easy to watch, just bite-sized little videos. And you can, say I watch 3 a day and, you just keep moving forward. I actually counted them. It's a little over 70 videos, I believe. So that gives you an idea of how long it may take to get through it. And then there's a written quiz after each video. So you watch the video, you take the quiz, you get on the platform, and you play with it. It's very easy to follow. The teacher is very easy to follow. Mike, he does an excellent job explaining things. He takes it slow, but not too slow. So it's just really easy to absorb the content. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm not a techie, but I learned so much, and it was very easy to understand the information.
Thanks. Would you suggest like going into it knowing a little bit already about high level, or like you could just jump in, like not know anything, just dive in there?
You can just dive right in. You don't have to know anything about the platform, honestly. He walks you step by step from the very beginning, and you can just start playing with it and you learn the platform.
Sounds good, man.
Mhm.
Tell him about the proctor exams, because there's two,
So
right?
yes, yeah. So you have a written exam. Once you complete all the lessons, you take a written exam. It's 100 questions, I believe, and you have to score at least an 85 to pass. And then you have the live proctored exam. And basically you're setting up an account and doing all the things that you would typically do, setting up automations, a calendar you would typically do when setting up an account. And you have to do it in an hour. That's the catch. So for me, even though I knew a lot, it took a couple of tries to get it done in an hour, because sometimes you move around, you forget where this is or that is. You have to really know where everything is and how to do it quickly. But yeah, it's not, if you go on there and you practice as you go along, you can do it. It's not that hard. You can pass it. May take a couple of tries, but yeah, you can do it. I highly recommend it because, like I said, I'm not a techie, but I feel so good that I can finally understand everything that's going on there. I'm not an expert on everything, but I can go in and do just about anything, and that feels really good.
So you pretty much have to, like you said, on the live proctor exam, you're pretty much setting up an account. So it's pretty much like hey, I'm gonna set you up in less than an hour type of thing.
That's it. Exactly.
Mhm.
With campaigns, the calendar, everything.
Mm.
Everything. And then you got to test it. You're setting up, you're adding the domain, all that. So
Okay.
yeah, the catch is that you gotta do it quickly. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, anybody can do this. Trust me. I mean, it's gonna take effort. Yes. It's gonna be work. Yes. But you don't need a prerequisite. You can do this. It's very easily laid out for you, and the videos are very easy to understand. They're short, like I said. It's easy to get through it. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Can I add something to that,
Go
Bridget?
ahead. Yeah.
So one of the things that was also cool, we documented her reaction. I couldn't be there while she was taking the test. I didn't want to jeopardize anything, like she's cheating or something, none of that. But as soon as she came out of the room, I had the camera, and either she's downtrodden or she's elated. Like when she first got through that first section, oh my gosh, she did a little dance. One day we'll probably put it online, show the group. But just the excitement of it all, the highs and the lows, But it was nice to see that sense of accomplishment where she made it and she's talking to them and she's just, it's like a graduation. And I told her I was a little jealous of that because I never had that with HighLevel. It's like I didn't know how much I knew until she's like quizzing me or we're working on something together and showing me, and it's she's known it and now she's got all this confidence, whereas I thought I knew it, but now I know I knew it because I can check it with her. So it's kind of a crazy residual effect, but it's amazing. So both of us won. We both took it to the next level with this. But just to see her, just we're seeing eye to eye on all of this. And I can check with her to double check my work, see if I'm getting it right. How do I find this or that? Every so often there's something that, a shortcut I might know that I'll share with her. And it's like, aha, I gotcha. But yeah, she's the boss with it. Yeah.
She's laughing because she doesn't, you were like, you already had it before her, right? Like the techie stuff. But she's laughing because she doesn't know what it feels like to
Yeah.
have struggle or that problem and then have someone to say, oh, I cannot get this to like work, or I can't get this like button to whatever,
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. And then, so it's great. I mean, that I always talk about, that's why I wanted a community so much, is so that everyone, because I didn't have that, and my husband's like,
Yeah.
I do lawn care. I don't know anything about building funnels. So I couldn't experience that with him. You guys are like a powerhouse, like rock star couple, because
Oh, wow. Thanks.
with both of you guys like working like you're doing and building this thing together. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see like in 5 years what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. We're on the way. We've been patiently working toward it and building it, and we appreciate the support, the community, everything. It's just, like I said, you're going to see us at that summit. We're going to go across that stage. We're going to get one of those affiliate awards and whatever else, have some new ideas. All that's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. Yes. And if you guys decide to go, or like anybody watching, if you decide to go, like let me know so we can meet up or something. Because I go to these events and like it's so weird for me because like I said, I'm like a recluse. Like I just work in my office or whatever. And then I go to these events and everybody's like, oh, Bridget. And I'm like, this is a weird experience. But definitely, if you do decide to go, definitely let me know, because I would love, especially like with my members, if I know that you're going to like plan a dinner or something like that, I don't even mind like staying an extra day late, like after the event, because there's sometimes a lot of really cool things happening like around the event. A lot of like other HighLevel agencies will host their own like masterminds at like around the same time because so many people are already going to be there. So it's really not only just the opportunity to do the HighLevel summit and all of those things, but utilize the event for your own purposes. Anthony, you had a question?
Yeah, before I go, or when I send you the video for the support, do you want me to add the email address that I have with the white label AI ads, or the one that I set up?
Your membership email, because if you add a different email, the system is set up to say, hey, we don't have a member with this this email. Yeah, so make sure to anytime you're contacting me about anything, always use your membership email.
Okay.
Cool. All right, did you guys have anything else that I can help you with before we spin the wheel?
Yeah, this is just a random question. I was looking at something and I was watching somebody do a presentation and they were talking about, oh, okay, cool. And this is when you go to log in. And I'm like, oh, this is HighLevel. Then they uploaded some documents and I saw that blue tag. Like, yeah, this is go out. But anyway, when they logged in, what I thought was really cool is they were logging into the community section and they got sent a code that they had to put in.
Mhm.
How do you do that?
I think that two-factor authentication, I think that's at the system level and it can't be deactivated.
Uh,
I don't know, Edna, Miss Certified Partner, what do you think?
I think when you reset the password or initially set the password, you'll get that that 4 code, or I think it's
Mhm.
5-digit authentication. That's what I've experienced, because when I was taking the proctor exam, I had to re-sign in. But anyway, yeah, I think when the code is reset, as your password is reset, that's when you get that. But I don't think it could be generated otherwise. Like Bridget said, it's just a system thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I was looking at the video, they were doing it logging into the community, which I thought was, I was like, oh, that's different. But I mean, I knew it was go high level because even when the Rubik's Cube popped up and it's like, we know what this is, but yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, that
don't
was
think
it.
I've seen the, well, actually, maybe I have seen the two-factor on community. I would have to test it, but I
Yeah.
think, yeah, and I don't think that you can change it.
Okay.
Like just reading a little bit about this, the two-factor for,
Mhm.
because there's two-factor authentication for like when you get a sub account that comes in with their emails and
Mhm.
you can, and the phone number and all of that.
Mhm.
Um, but I think it said that you can't deactivate that. And
Right.
that was at the sub account level, not specifically communities. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure about that,
Okay.
but yeah.
You know, if I could throw in there, I remember when I had to log in when I was going through the communities. I get one experience if I put in my email and password, and a different one if I just log in through Google or something. So maybe it's that kind of thing. But I remember
Mhm.
having some kind of. I know
Okay.
it's two different,
Right.
setups.
Yeah, if you are wanting to use the Google login, your Google login or your email address has to be the same as your membership email.
Mhm.
If it's not, then what you're doing is you're actually getting access to the free community, because that's like the default community that everybody gets access to in my program. That's how I have it set up. But if you're using your account, like your membership email address, when you log in there, then you get access to all of our resources. So the way that you would have to do that is change your membership email. It would have to be changed through HighLevel, but then you change that and then you can log in with the Google like authentication thing. So yeah, when you log in with Google, you shouldn't have that like two-factor thing, but if you don't, you probably will. I want to make sure that let me add Renal here. Want to make sure that I have everyone added to our wheel here. And just so that you guys know, every week, whoever joins us in the weekly Q&A session, you do get the opportunity. We're going to put your name on the wheel. You get the opportunity to win a 30-minute private consultation with me, because I love to reward my action takers. And you guys are so kind as to spend your Friday afternoon with me. So let's make sure that I have called out everyone's name and I didn't miss anyone, because I am notorious for that. Let me add Ricky here. Oh, no, I already got Ricky. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to call out your name, or you can check here on the screen, see if I have forgotten it. But we have Charles, Ray, Anthony, Frankie, Maria. Oops, Ray's on there twice. He wins enough.
Hey, that's okay.
I want to give him more luck. Jeez.
I believe I'm missing
Who?
Manolo.
Oh, Manolo. Oh, I thought I had you up there. You were at
Don't
the
forget
top.
T Boogie. Don't forget T Boogie. T Boogie's here too.
Oh, Terrence. All right. All right. Let's try this again. We have Charles, Ray, Anthony, Frankie, Maria, Ricky, Edna, McCall, Renal, Manolo, and Terrence. Did I forget anyone? Going once? Going twice? Okay, let's spin the wheel. It's Maria.
Of course.
Fourth.
I know.
As always.
Miss Maria, I will send you the link to schedule the meeting when we're done here. Is there anything else that I can help you guys with?
Thank you.
Again, congratulations.
I think there's a reason I have to talk to you, so I
Oh,
have
okay.
to book it. There's like, can I do 2?
Yeah, you
Okay,
have some.
because I probably need to talk to you.
When you book it, just let me know because it won't let you book 2 really, but I can manually add the next one. So just whenever, if you want to book it at like 11 o'clock and you want to do the whole hour, just let me know and then I'll just block out that next half hour for you.
Because I won last time, so I need to talk to you. So, okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bridget, we may have to consider, like taking people's name out the hat. Like after they win, can they get taken out the hat so other people can win?
Who's
You know-
saying that? Who's saying that? My luck is starting again. Don't jinx me now. As the next person to start getting the luck, we're on a rotation. It's me, then it's Frankie and Ray, and then we just keep going.
Uh-huh. I know. And you know what? I was even like, because that's happened so much, I was even like, do I need to switch up the wheel? Like, is the algorithm like favoring Maria
It
Ray?
don't even matter. It don't matter what wheel it is.
They still won. So it's like, okay. It is just, there must be like you must be in the Lord's favor or something. I don't know. You know what? Let me say this though. When I say stuff like that, I feel so weird to say like, oh, Maria, you're so blessed to have won 30 minutes of my time.
But you know what, Bridget, you're saying that really, I have to tell a quick story because some of you guys know my struggle. And I have been struggling for a while because I have and I have a background, so you can't see it. Some of you have seen it, a machine that sits behind me and it picks me up out of my wheelchair. And it's an expensive machine. And someone donated it to me, the Shriners did, some years ago because I had spent 3 years sleeping in a wheelchair. So someone donated it, but it's over 20 years old, I found out. And I had a therapist come out and they found someone that could possibly repair it. It was going to be like $8,000. And I'm like, this can't be repaired. And it's on its last leg. Well, fortunately, I have a relative, and Bridget heard the story a little bit, that won a substantial amount of money on BetMGM. He won substantially. And so he's offered to buy me a new machine, repair it. And then when I started talking about the repairs, the guy was kind of sketchy on warranties. So we found another person that could put a brand new system. And this relative said, don't bother me with how much it is, just get what you need. So I guess I am blessed because now I have a machine that I need. It's not a car, it's none of that, but I need this to survive. So my relative, I won't mention who, but has offered to buy me the machine. And no, he said, don't worry about the price, get what you want, what you need. Isn't that great? So
that is so awesome, Maria.
Beautiful.
I'm so happy about that. And I just like when I was listening to that story, I was just thinking, because I know a little bit about this, I was just thinking that if you had not been the person who was so helpful that he knew that he could reach out to when he needed some assistance on things, then you would not have this like close relationship that you've helped him that led to all of these things. And I just think how amazing it is, like our just being good, trusting, loyal people, that's like planting seeds all over the place, right? And you just don't know if the person that you're helping today is going to be the person who blesses you tomorrow.
And so I didn't get to get blessed. I just did it because they needed my help.
Because your heart was in the right place. You just wanted to help. You didn't want anything.
There's my machine.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you got what you needed.
Yeah.
God is good.
All the time.
Yeah. And all the time, God is good. All right, you guys have an awesome, awesome weekend. And I will see you all on Monday. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.